making a box brownie camera cake. A box brownie camera is an old-fashioned camera. To start with my cake, I have to make ganache. I'm going to use this Lindt chocolate. This is the chocolate that I've been using. So I'm just going to shave this and heat up my cream and melt the chocolate. All right, so I'm going to finely slice this chocolate, hopefully. I started chopping up block of dark chocolate, and now I am chopping the milk chocolate just to mix together, because the dark is a bit bitter, and mix it with milk chocolate. All right, to start with the ganache, I am heating milk. I am heating up cream. I don't want to boil it because it will split my chocolate. I have 200 grams of chocolate, shaved chocolate. For that, I am going to measure, half a cup of cream. Okay, just a low heat when you're heating up cream, because you don't want to boil it straight away. And if you can see the boiling small bubbles on the side of the pot or in the pan, that should be heat enough to melt your chocolate. There's a small bubbles on the side, so that's ready. I'm going to turn this off. I'm just going to pour this on my chocolate. And hopefully, that's just melt away the chocolate. Just a few seconds. So now we're going to cool this down and wait till it's ready to mix in my cake batter. I'm using a new product. It's called Isomalt, but I say Isomalt. And I'm going to use this to make the lens and the viewfinder for the camera. So to start melting the Isomalt, I have a pot. I'm just going to pour a little bit, maybe that much. I have my candy thermometer, so I'll let this boil. Temperature should be 160 degrees, and then cool it down for 130 degrees, and then I'm ready to pour on my mold. All right, so we'll just wait for these to melt. I don't know how long. This is the first time that I use this. And this is a trial and error. So I'm using heavy base pan. Okay, it's softening now, the crystals. So it's sticking on my ladle, my spoon. Ooh, it's melting. This is exciting. I hope this is enough. All right, let me just check. So it should go up to, so I can turn the heat now. Okay, so I'm trying to pour it onto my mold. Hopefully this will work.
Yeah, see, that's cooling already.
Yeah.
How do you wash that out of the pot?
Good question.
How did it go? How did it look?
Now it's time to make the cake, and I'll be adding the ganache that I made earlier. And for extra chocolate flavor or extra chocolate taste, I'll be adding Cadbury Bournville cocoa and 2 teaspoons of instant coffee. So here in my bowl, I have 2 cups of butter melted or room temperature, and 2 cups of white sugar, or custard sugar, I should say. And I'll just mix this till it's well combined, and just start it slowly. And then after that, I'll add my eggs. All right, so our butter mixture is light and fluffy now. So we're ready to add the eggs. Because this is 2 batch, I have 8 eggs, and I'll be adding 2 at a time, and have to mix it every addition so that it's well incorporated. Now all the eggs are mixed together, So I'm ready to add my ganache. I have my ganache here and together with my chocolate, powdered chocolate. I have added the chocolate and now I add third of my flour mixture. Now I'm ready to mix it all together. Before I started making the cake batter, I already have my milk and 2 limes. You can use lemon to make this as your buttermilk because buttermilk reacts with baking soda. I have put the baking soda with my flour mixture. I have salt there and baking powder as well. So now we're going to add my milk, half of my milk into the batter mixture. We can mix that. Because the 2 batches that I made, my bowl shrunk. It's my bowl is getting too small for the batch. So I have to do it in 2 bowls because I don't have a big bowl for this batch.
Here's Tess mixing cement.
It feels...
She just asked me when Smoko is because she's tired.
You have no idea how hard this is.
Yes, I do. I've mixed cement before.
Have you mixed a chocolate batter before?
I'm pretty sure cement's probably worse.
Alright, so I have preheated the oven for 170 degrees and I'll be baking this cake into this pan. This is, I think, 15 by 15 inch. I'm not sure in centimeter, but this is how big it is. And I have to put baking paper because I made this mistake before where I just oiled the baking pan, not putting baking paper at the bottom, and when I'm about to take the cake, it stuck at the bottom and it ruined my cake. Canola oil spray from Kohl's.
Besides normally go alright.
Yeah, that should be enough. Just enough to cover pretty much at the bottom. I'm going to bake it for an hour and I have to check how long to go. Maybe an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes, depends on my oven. I put it on 170 degrees. That's fan force. And we'll see you in an hour. That is the heaviest cake I have ever baked. I have baked my 4-kilo cake, chocolate cake. Okay, so now I am going to trim my cake. I don't have another square board, so I'm just going to use this. Here goes nothing. So my ruler is in millimeter and centimeter. So we'll go, that is 19 centimeter by, I'm gonna give allowance. So 19 centimeter, let's make it 21. And I have allowance at this end as well. to our butter. Just make sure that you room temp your butter. I have 500 grams of butter here. So you don't want it to be too soft. If you put your finger, just leave an indentation. So it's easier to mix. So this should be enough to cover my cake. I'm going to put my cream cheese as well. All right. So we'll just scoop everything in. All right, so now I am using this puddle. Let's mix. We're getting there. The goodness of chocolate. So I'll probably add about that much, a cup. So now for icing sugar, let's start with half. And really, really slow. So 1.5 cup of icing sugar, and that's my frosting. Now we are ready to frost our cake. As much as you can, don't touch the cake with your offset spatula, because I made this mistake too many times, and what happens is the spatula, see, pick up the crumbs, and then when you spread it again to your frosting, crumbs all over it. Especially if you're using white frosting, we'll just scrape that off. Next layer. Just make sure that it's aligned so we can spread. 4 layers, and I'm going to add more layers. I'm going to put some jowels. I have straws here. This is gonna be my jowl. So I'm gonna put as much as I can because I don't know how strong these straws are. I have the thick one, but I cannot find it. You know, it's amazing how you can't find what you're looking for.